We're the Phat Peeps.
Hey, peeps.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phat Peeps podcast. We are the Phat Peeps. This is a podcast where we get together to talk about nerd culture, like video games and movies and TV and technology sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Of course, I'm your host, Joey,
Hi, Joey.
and I'm here with the other Phat
Hello.
Peeps.
Oh, hi, other Fat Peeps.
We got cameraman John.
Oh, hey, that's me.
Hi, John.
Oh,
We got Garrick.
oh hi, Garrett.
Hi, me.
And we got PJ.
Hi.
Oh, hi, PJ.
Hi, PJ.
Hello.
Wow.
Wow.
And, of course, we got some big things to talk about this week.
Hot.
But before we do that, we always start our show out with the icebreaker question.
Ooh,
Wow.
Ooh.
I came up with today's icebreaker about 15 minutes before we started the show.
Wow.
Didn't even run it by anybody.
Oh,
I mean,
So
Holy
here we
cow.
go.
He has too much control. Take
I
it
usually
away.
don't even look at what's, the icebreaker
I'm
is.
just
So
here for the
always a
ride,
surprise.
I love surprises.
man. I just get the stuff and edit it later, and then I talk.
I'm
So
just here.
today's icebreaker question is salads.
Oh,
Are you into them
Whoa.
or not?
Great question, Joey.
that's a
Yes.
great question. Hold on. Let me think of a way to draw this out.
Before we move into that, I'm a little
what?
concerned because so I got a soda stream yesterday, and
This
on
has
the
nothing
back
to
of
do
the
with
bottle-
This is
salads.
off topic,
it is very
sir.
off topic, but I'm trying to give John some time here, so
This isn't about you.
I'm working with John here. On the back of the bottle, it says to prevent personal injury, never wash in dishwasher with hot water over 120 degrees. When could your hands handle 120 degrees of hot water, or would you
Yes.
just get burned?
No. Well, it depends on how wimpy you are.
You wouldn't- I don't think that's
you
how
can
that
have
works.
calloused hands. If you're a chef, you could survive like lava.
I don't.
But anyways,
I don't
Wait,
know.
time out. This warning is telling you not to hand wash it with water over 120 degrees.
No, it says never wash in dishwasher or with hot water over 120 degrees. I assume the dishwasher is what they're assuming, but they just say hot water as a secondary in general. So
Sure.
that leads me to believe that would be hand washing it at 120
Oh, wow.
degrees.
Sure.
That's boiling point. Like, that's hot. Oh, wait, no, 220 is boiling point. Nonetheless,
Yeah.
120 degrees is pretty hot.
Because
Well,
there
no,
are hot springs at 120 degrees.
Well,
like that you can
time
swim
out.
in.
I think we're missing. I think you're like perceiving the warning incorrectly. They're not worried about you burning yourself. They're worried about like
Damaging the
messing
container.
up the
yeah.
because plastics it's plastic, right?
Yeah.
Plastics shouldn't be heated up anyways. Most plastics, at least. Not most. Some plastics.
I
So-
guess that makes sense. Yeah, it also says don't place it in the freezer. It doesn't say
Yeah.
specific, like, cold temperature. to
It's
put
probably
it at,
that fluctuation, like because it's supposed to be. It's like a pressurized plastic container. It's like if you keep making a cold hot, it's gonna
It's going to
lose
weaken the
its
plastic.
Weaken the material.
weaken it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the plastic's really
wow.
thick. I'm surprised. Anyhow, so little endorsement. I love SodaStream. Anyhow, salad.
Sponsored by.
I wish it was
My
sponsored.
answer.
SodaStream, we're waiting
Oh.
for you. Go ahead, John.
My answer is yes. I can't think of a way to draw out the answer. Yes.
But what kind of
That's all I
salad?
got. Oh, all of them. I like some.
Yeah.
I like Caesar salad. I like Southwest chicken salads. I like the.
Oh.
I like the nice taco salad or taco salad, as some English people call them.
or vinaigrette.
Vinaigrette
Vinaigrettes
salads.
are good.
You know.
Okay, so fine. I'll add this to the question. Favorite savory, if you say yes, favorite savory and or like, I guess normal salad, and then your favorite sweet salad.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what? Can you give me an example of
what's
a sweet salad?
Like an
okay,
apple
okay.
harvest.
Thousand Islands? Nah, I'm not into. Apple harvest.
like
It's
something
all
with the-
right, but I think that's a whole different type of salad. Like it's a whole genre.
Well,
I'm
and then
not,
are we
like-
including like potato salads and egg salad into this question?
No.
No, just
No.
like a salad.
Yeah,
like
I
a
think we're
green
just
salad.
thinking
leafy
about
lettuce salad.
greenery.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can make an
I
egg
don't-
salad or tuna salad into an actual salad.
With celery.
No, like you put the tuna
Like
on top of a
scoop it
salad.
on top of a
Yeah, exactly, and that's the
Yeah.
dressing instead. And I love doing
So
that.
tuna
That's really good.
salad.
Yes,
Tuna salad.
tuna salad.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I like my greens, so that's. I
Okay,
mean,
fine.
yeah, you can toss cheese, you can toss some fruit in it.
I don't know
You know,
about cheese.
wow.
I'm
It's
not a
all-
big
it's all
fan of
good, it's
cheese
all
on
good.
salad. Anytime I get like other than maybe a taco salad, but whenever they put cheese with ranch, I'm like, that's so much
Oh
richness.
God, no.
Why
no,
do they
no,
do
no,
that?
No.
I'm looking at you,
Who-
fast
who-
food
who-
chains.
Who
No,
does
no,
that?
no.
Wait, who does that? Who
Every
puts
fast
ranch-
food chain ever.
Okay, first of all, I mean ranch is great, but that's
Yeah.
not like it's not a good salad. I mean, it's like you dip
Yeah,
chicken
it's
nuggets or pizza in
no,
ranch.
ranch is
But
fine on a
there's
salad.
so
it just
much-
depends.
like, there's-
If it's
no,
like
no,
the
there's
nasty
so many good
wishbone
dressings.
ranch, then no.
Ranch
Yeah,
is just too like ranch
it's too
salad
much.
is
It's
too
too much.
basic.
Yeah.
And plus, people overdo ranch on their.
Yeah.
It's like
Well,
it's
call
like
me
salad,
Sally
or it's
and-
like ranch with the side of salad. Like
Yeah, I'm
Like,
gonna
nah.
be what Death from the Death and Liz podcast. Damn it.
Dream.
they have a
That's in the
podcast
stream.
too.
Oh my God.
That's true. And
Everyone has a
I'm
podcast,
bougie,
John.
and I say don't eat ranch salads because it's a
They
salad,
say that.
but you're pretty much eating like just trash salad.
Well, slap my
Yeah,
ass and call
that's-
me Kelly because
there
I'm a
you go.
basic ass bitch.
Oh
Yep.
my god,
That's-
you're
But that's
one
not
of
my
those
favorite
people.
salad. My favorite type of salad
Oh.
is definitely a Caesar.
See,
Wow,
it's a classic.
It's
classic.
really close though.
You're
No,
really
that's
close.
classic.
You can't say that
Like a ranch salad, a
classic
ranch salad?
Caesar
Mm,
salad
nah.
with chicken on it isn't bomb.
Yeah, it's bomb.
No, it's good, but it's a common answer.
Yeah, it's a classic.
That doesn't
That's
make
like
it
a
anything.
like a
I mean, is
classic
that a
burger.
problem?
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
that's not a problem.
Honestly, the question that
Could
was
be.
proposed was, do you like salads or not? Like,
Oh,
And
okay,
I said
so
yes,
yeah.
plus gave you
My
more.
answer was yes.
Okay. So
You've
okay, if
spun it
it's a yes
out.
or no answer, then
Yes.
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 Okay, but what kind so I can judge yours too?
Oh, blue cheese.
Ooh.
No, I love blue
dang,
cheese.
Yeah.
look at the strong
I
stuff.
love-
Yeah.
I love blue cheese salads because I don't have it too often. It's a nice kick.
Blue cheese
Like-
has that nice like tart.
It's
to it.
funky. I
Mm,
love
It's
it.
funk. Yeah, that funk.
Like
funkiness.
that's
Yeah,
like
no,
I understand that blue cheese is can be overwhelming to people, but I love blue cheese on like even my burgers sometimes too. Like blue cheese cheeseburgers are good too. So yeah, I need more blue
cuts through
cheese
the
in my
grease
life.
A little bit.
yeah, it does.
Mm.
Nice contrast.
I think I could eat any kind of salad if it's prepared in a decent fashion. Like
Oh,
I propose the point that any salad can be easily ruined or saved by a dressing.
Yeah.
oh wow.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So
Dressing is
100%.
what 75% of the flavor. Like
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Well, I mean, it depends on what kind of salad. Because some like so one of my I have so many favorite salads, but one of my favorite salad is an arugula salad. Usually like with
Oh.
like a
Arugula is
lemon
bomb.
vinaigrette and like some Parmesan shaved onto it. But it's like every component. Like you got the arugula, which is like a very peppery, bitter plant,
you say,
and you
arugula?
have the arugula.
Oh, arugula.
Very
They said
fair. Arugula, yeah.
I was
It-
what
It's
the
like the
hell's that?
spiky one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's kind of well, it's spiky. Yeah, and then you have you got the nice oil, the olive oil and lemon, which kind of brings out the freshness. And you got
Ooh.
that nice salty, creamy Parmesan that kind of
Oh,
kind
wow.
of lessens that bitter sharpness.
I like the
of
mixed
arugula. It's like,
greens that
oh,
comes with the
ooh,
baby spinach and the
Oh.
arugula and the butter leaf romaine.
oh,
Oh wow.
Those are good.
Tempting. I like like some nutty flavors in there. So
yeah, some
maybe
throwing some nuts in
almonds
there.
or maybe
Yeah.
pecans,
Mhm.
Pecans are good.
something like
Have
that.
you ever had
Classic.
pecans on a mixed green salad with raspberry vinaigrette dressing
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, tempting.
with a little
Yeah.
bit of cran raisins? Oh my god!
Oh, yeah.
You're-
Oh wow.
that is a
Some
flavor explosion
craisins.
right
Man,
As they call it.
I didn't realize this discussion was going to get so pretentious.
there.
I
Yeah.
shouldn't
Oh,
have made it a
yes.
discussion topic.
Wait, hold on.
Well, that-
Southwest salad with avocado dressing.
Ooh, I love avocado on my salad.
Avocado, because we're from California, man. We gotta have
Holy-
avocado.
Holy
We
guacamole.
go
Ah.
bougie
That's been
quick.
my saying for the past couple weeks.
I feel like anytime you think
what
of a
about you,
question,
Blue-
Joey, it's
Joey?
very like
Well, it's,
it gets us very involved. But food does that.
well, if
in
it's
general.
food, yeah, if it's food.
What's your answer, Joey?
I just get this like seafood salad.
Oh,
I think it
dude.
was like Thousand Island, and it just had like
Fucking slaps.
crab and shrimp and
Oh.
stuff in it.
Oh,
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
pretty bomb.
Oh, you
I'm
know,
hungry, guys.
you know what's really good, and it's less of a well, I guess you can get it salad form when you go to a poke place, and they have
Okay.
like the option of the salad, and you just put a little bit of rice on the side, but you go like you put the like raw fish and everything on it, and the tuna, and then you mix it all together.
Oh,
and-
sashimi salad, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh.
the Asian
shit.
like vinaigrette sauce, like the sesame vinaigrette. Oh, dude.
Oh,
Oh.
now I want salad.
With sashimi?
See, that's the thing. Like, people
Oh.
don't like salads because they
You're
think
not
of
doing it
ranch
right.
dressing salad.
I don't think that's necessarily the issue. They think of Wishbone ranch dressing or Hidden Valley ranch dressing. That's the problem. If you're getting like homemade, like buttermilk ranch, then
Yeah,
then
yeah.
that's the bomb shit. But
Yeah, because whenever yeah, go for it.
I also really think that there is just a aversion to lettuce.
yeah,
Like, I don't
That's
think it
true,
has
yeah,
anything to
green
do with
stuff.
ranch or like. I think it's just straight up people don't like eating lettuce, and I kind of get it. Like, you know, it's kind of got a weird texture. It doesn't
I like the
really break
crunchy,
down.
man.
You know
it's
what I
fiber,
mean? Like,
you
it
know?
breaks
Yeah.
into pieces, but it doesn't like break down in your mouth. So like, I totally
And-
get why people don't eat salads.
Yeah,
People love meat.
meat. But like the prepackaged salad that you get like bag, and they have the little croutons in the
Uh-huh,
bag,
yeah.
and they have the little sauce packet. I can never find, like, rarely can I find a good dressing that comes in it. Like,
Really?
usually,
So
like,
cheap.
I kind of I pour it, and I'm like, nah, and I just make my own.
Nah,
Dressing.
bruh.
yeah.
I'm
Like
like, nah, this
Caesar's
is-
the
it's
only
too-
one that's decent out of those.
Yeah,
usually.
yeah. See, like, but yeah, any other vinaigrette
can't
stuff,
screw
it's
it
like
up too
I
hard.
feel like it's just like sugar in it. And they're like, I don't want candy in my on my on my salad.
Either that or
So I
they
just make
give
my
you
own
the
vinaigrette.
Julius Caesar dressing, which is god awful.
Uh-oh.
God
Ruh-roh.
awful.
Wait, what's
Yeah.
the Julius Caesar dressing?
Yeah.
It's it literally is that. I think it's called Caesar's dressing or something like that, and it has
Oh,
Julius
no.
Caesar's like stone marble face on the front of the logo.
Oh, so it's
Oh.
like a brand.
Oh,
My
it's just like a
bread!
Caesar, just a Caesar salad dressing.
No, it's all like different. I think McDonald's specifically has their dressings. And
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay,
not
okay,
a fan
okay,
of
okay.
it. That's why I can't get the salads at McDonald's, because like the dressing is a throwaway automatically.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Even though their salads
well.
aren't too bad. Go ahead.
On that note, let's move on to something that some people might want to throw away after they play it and find out how
Oh,
buggy it is.
no.
Oh no!
What could it be?
I don't know if you guys have been keeping up,
Uh-huh.
but there's this game called Cyberpunk
What is this?
Oh, wow.
2077.
Wait, is that the Keanu Reeves movie?
Wow.
Yeah, Is
Game?
there like legitimately people on Twitter that are like, "Is this a movie?"
I don't know.
Like, is that a
Probably.
thing?
I mean,
Wait,
Probably, right?
Keanu Reeves is in this game?
they're mocking me for mentioning earlier that Keanu Reeves was in the ad,
Yeah.
because I don't
This
like
was-
follow
this was an hour ago.
I don't follow his life. And
Oh, literally, like I think it was last EA.
probably was, and I
He
feel
was
like
on
I've
stage.
seen it before, but I just like it clicked today when I saw an ad for it. I'm like, oh, that's Keanu Reeves. That's
Keanu.
cool. And so like
Oh
I
my-
guarantee my
We've
brain
only been
already
talking
knew,
about it.
my brain already knew it, but it didn't register. Like, you know how you see things 100 times, like you'll see the same person every single day, and then it clicks like, oh, that person actually looks like this. Like, it took me 13 years to figure out what the fuck you look like, Garrick. I don't even know. Like, literally just one day I
Wait,
looked at
what?
you and I'm like, oh, that's what
what?
Garrick
Oh,
looks
wow.
like. And I see
Wait, what'd you see
all
it
the damn
before? It's
time.
like a
Just a
like
face,
a
like just a
blob?
Well,
person.
but-
faceless blob.
But the thing
I know
is-
people by voice more so than by
But
like
Keanu
face.
Reeves is breathtaking.
He is breathtaking
To me, he just looks like a bearded man right now.
right now.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
Before he
PJ
wasn't.
is so uncultured.
Okay,
he
so
doesn't understand the reference.
You have to understand that since the age of like 12 and a half,
Golly.
13, my life and friendships were very heavily formed online, so I relied and attached to people's voices much more than I did their
Hot.
physical form.
Can
So I relate to a person, and that's why, like, even at my work, someone calls, I immediately know who I'm talking to, even if they sound like everybody else in the store, because like a lot of the girls sound exactly the same. They're like, "Oh, how did you know it was me?" And they're like, "I don't know, your voice."
Oh wow.
So I feel like that has some sort of connection for me, where I hung out with people so much online that the voice means more to me than the person.
Well, apparently not. You don't hang out online enough because you don't know the reference we just threw out.
Okay, I'm gonna try to steer this ship
Steer the
Probably
ship.
be a good
back
idea.
off
Oh.
of the ravine that it's like collapsing into right
But
now.
it is true.
I mean,
He
we're
is
barely at
breathtaking.
the edge of the cliff, Joey. We haven't even jumped yet, and I just
Ah.
dropped.
Oh
my
no,
cap.
we're so far over, dude. You don't even understand. So the reviews are out for Cyberpunk. Is Cyberpunk out?
The 10th.
No,
Or does it
it's
come out on
no.
the
It's
10th?
on the
It comes out on the
10th, yeah.
10th. Okay,
But a lot of
so
people
days
got
before.
early copies.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Right, because of course people did, right?
We
and
didn't.
Apparently,
CD Projekt.
right, there's supposed to be like a day one patch that's not out yet that fixes a
It's
lot
gonna
of
be
things.
40 gigs.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah,
buy a
there's
new
that.
hard drive. Damn it.
That's ridiculous.
Hold on, let me
Um,
Amazon this right now.
But it's kind of weird. So like it has a really, really high review score on Metacritic.
Oh wow.
And like a lot of outlets are giving it up
High
in the
scores.
90s.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that. It's like on
But-
average getting around 9-10. 9 out of 10.
From
oh
what
wow.
from what I like browsed, like a lot of the main like big publications haven't posted review scores yet.
Yeah.
And like there's been a lot of like I watched or listened to like an hour-long talk that Giant Bomb had. Jeff Gerstmann
Damn.
and Jeff Baclar just sat and like discussed their like experience with the game. And yeah, apparently like it's super buggy and
Oh no.
a little lifeless.
Lifeless. Oh
Like-
no.
How
Yeah,
could
like,
that be?
apparently
Keanu
the-
Reeves.
Well, not in terms of that, but in terms of that too. I heard that.
I
Like,
mean, his
Jeff
acting's
Gerstmann-
like kind of bad.
yeah,
yeah,
Jeff
he-
Gerstmann
he's
particularly brought up how like off-putting a lot of the dialogue was from a lot of characters, where it's like he described it as like that's not how people talk. So
Oh,
it's just
wow.
kind of like uncanny and weird.
Was it
Well, I
the
mean,
script,
you don't know in
though, or was
2077.
it like his? Is
Because
he
of that.
not meant to be a voice actor type of thing?
Right. No, I
He-
think it's more of a case of like it's written weird. Like
Yeah,
maybe
well,
the
also-
translation's weird or like I don't know, but
I feel like Keanu doesn't put 100% in a lot of things he does too. Like the
Damn.
new Bill and Ted movie, he was just there. I feel like he wasn't like kind
I
of
mean, if you're a
Great taking on the role.
multimillionaire and
You know?
people just know your face,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can kind of understand. You're
Well,
just
that's his MO.
yeah, like I'm not saying that would be my thing. I feel like a lot of people would want to continue to keep their name, but he has such a big name. Why should he care? It's just like, oh, I'm fucking Keanu Reeves. Who cares?
Well, the
Right.
misconception is I think Keanu Reeves cares a lot. It's just that's just how he acts.
Yeah.
his acting.
Like because look at his John Wick series. Like he's really
Yeah, but that's like,
like
a whole
he
different
puts so
character.
much time and effort
Yeah.
into his character.
So what are some of the bugs though, Joey? Going back to Cyberpunk,
stuff like characters T-posing.
Nice.
Just
randomly?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I just want to see
characters
someone
like
walking by Dap and then keep
People-
moving.
people walking around like animating like they're holding objects but they're not holding anything.
That's awkward.
Oh, wow.
Objects just floating out in the environment.
Yeah.
What are some of the
I
other
also
ones?
there was like one where you have dialogue and then you have like another dialogue that shouldn't be like overlaid on top of it. It shouldn't be there. Kind
Oh.
of stuff that happens too.
Well, so
you,
this
you come up and you stealth kill a person, but it
No,
doesn't like
doesn't
count
happen.
that they died.
Yeah.
So when you step in front of
They're
their
just standing
lifeless
there.
body, it alerts everybody.
that's so weird. Well, okay. So your other question here is saying should it have been delayed more? I think it's interesting at how many times it's been delayed. And it was
Right.
bound. It's a big game. Like it's bound to have
Yeah.
issues. But do you feel like this is like too big of an issue for them to have released it? I guess is the way that you're asking the question, right?
Yeah, I don't know. And I kind of posed it to everybody. And I think that like, and this kind of goes into the second thing or the third question that I threw on there of like, because like this game was announced, what, like 7 years ago
Yeah,
or something like that?
Almost 8
Like
now.
forever ago.
Yeah.
And we didn't really even start seeing stuff for it until like a few years ago. And then since then, it's just been like a slow trickle of content over time until we've gotten to the point where we're at now. And expectations are so high that it's almost unrealistic for the game to meet them.
Right.
Right? Because I feel like the longer that you give a game time to gestate in the minds of gamers before it's out, the more time they have to formulate their own like fantasy about what the game is going to be
Right.
and what it's going to have and stuff like that,
Right.
to the point where it can only disappoint. Right? And of course it's not out yet, so we can't say this definitively. And even when we're talking about the bugs and stuff, like I mentioned before, there's supposed to be a day one patch that's not out yet.
Also, wasn't there for reviewers, you weren't allowed to use your own footage, like you had to use pre-recorded footage
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like that. So
I think
that's weird. I mean, it makes sense because they don't want to show the buggy mess that they have on their hands.
right.
But
And
I don't like that.
I think, and clearly it kind of worked to some extent. I think their idea was like, we put it out there and like reviewers will because of the nature of having to play through it quickly for review and stuff, will kind of like overlook a lot of the bugs and latch on to the story and stuff like that, and really enjoy that experience. And I think that's what we're seeing here, where I think they probably told a really interesting and cool cyberpunk narrative, and that's what's getting them like 9 out of 10s right now. Whereas like a lot of the other publications that are a little bit like, whoa, the gameplay here is a little sus. Let's back off and wait until this patch and see, how things shape up before we give a hard definitive score to this thing. Because you don't want to underscore it either, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
If you
There's
got
a few,
this,
yeah.
Right.
There's a few reviewers that I respect that are doing that. They're like, yeah, I'm not gonna release a review until I can use my own footage. And I'm like, I respect you.
Yeah, no, I can
That's
respect that too. They're not just trying to jump on and just like get a review out as quickly as possible.
Yep.
The question you posed, though, I just wanted to read it verbatim. Is this a lesson on how not to market a game? I want to disagree with that statement. They marketed it fantastically. The way that you actually pose the question, where it's like it built up expectations, I think it's never to their detriment to do that, because no matter what, if your game is super overhyped, it's going to be bought. And what is the ultimate goal here? It's to sell the game.
yeah, I
I
suppose
mean,
you're right.
it might hurt them in the long run for their future projects, but I feel like this game is so hyped that it's infallible. Like, they're not going to, people are going to wait for the patches to get fixed.
That's where, and this might just be like a me personal thing, but not so much because I've encountered this talking to other people too. But like, there was definitely a like, back when they first started showing the game, like what, 2 years ago or whatever, right? That was when hype was like peak. Right.
Peak hype.
And like, honestly, like I've kind of forgotten about Cyberpunk.
I forgot about it for a long time.
And not cared. And I think that's the case for a lot of people. And when I say like a case of like how to not market it, it isn't so much the case of like delaying the game or whatever, or like showing stuff early, even though I really think they shouldn't have shown things early, because there's a ton of stuff that didn't make it into the final build of the game that people are going to get the game expecting to be there and it's just not, right? Kind of almost like a No Man's Sky type of situation.
Right.
What are
Um,
like an example is one of those?
Car customization,
Oh, I mean,
wall
I
running and
guess.
climbing on walls. Or at least I think, I've like I
yeah, but
haven't
they can
looked
always
too
add
much
those
into
things
it.
later. It's not
but-
like that. It's impossible to add.
No,
that.
they took it out because it didn't fit the gameplay.
Which makes sense to me. It's more of
yeah.
it's not really a wall.
Yeah, but
climbing
like this
type
is
of
my
game.
point. Is like they're marketing their game on like expectations that they are not going to meet.
Right. Yeah. It's hard. It's a hard balance. I think for like a new IP game, it's good to kind of come in a ways away just to build hype up like over time. Because you want to give like little snippets of information because no one knows what this
I don't
game
know,
is, right? You know.
Well, I mean,
I think-
it's hard. It's hard to kind of gauge. I kind of agree with you too, though, Joey.
let's just
it's
point this
too-
out really
too
quick,
long.
and it's something we're going to talk about a little bit later. Activision was scared enough to delay season 1 of Black Ops and move it because of this. I know that there's other factors involved with Activision.
That's why you
moved
think
it.
they moved this?
I know that it's not done. I'm gonna say that as well. But I feel like this is a huge, like, and I feel like a lot of other YouTubers have said the same thing. It does have something to do with this. There's no way that it doesn't, because this game is going to be a huge release. Everyone's sitting there waiting for it. So you might disagree with me, but I think if Activision has even a tremor of fear for a game like this, like I guess what you could call a smaller, long project, then it's got to be something. It's got to mean something. That's my opinion of it. So that to me shows good marketing. That to me shows that they did their job in selling a game. Because there's so many people that just I'm getting it no matter what.
Yeah, well, hyping it. Like we don't know what the sales are going to be like right now. Because has it? What are the pre-orders like?
I don't know. I have no idea actually. And yeah, I wonder how many because if Activision is scared of Cyberpunk, to me I'm like, why? And maybe there is this notion of they think it's going to be like GTA, but it's not. Like Call of Duty players are going to pick this thing up and bounce off of it immediately.
Yeah, like a story. Gross.
Or like, what are all these RPG mechanics? Why do I have to talk to somebody for so long?
Yeah.
Like,
also, I've been hearing that the first like kind of low level gunplay level play is like not. It doesn't feel good. And
Yeah,
they purposely
apparently
did that because your RP you got to level up your gunplay. Your guns.
yeah, no, I've heard that like combat wise, it's not even as good as like Fallout 4. And like that's not a very high bar to get over. So I don't know. It's interesting to see this whole game like unfold over the last like decade. I think that the way that they should, and I think the way that everything should get like announced and marketed is you should announce it when it's done and then build the hype train over like 6 months and drop it.
Yeah, I like that.
Like
that's like Skyrim that did, right?
That's basically how all the Bethesda games drop.
Yeah.
And it's just like you get the big pop off right at the beginning of the announcement, and then you just like ride that into release, as opposed to this like, because Cyberpunk was like big pop off when it was announced like 7 years ago, and then everybody kind of forgot about it for like 5 years, and then they like showed it again, but then over the course of the next like 2 years of like delays and stuff, I think people just kind of forgot about it. Or like put it off in their mind of like, they keep delaying that. That'll come out eventually. Whenever.
Yeah.
It was a shelf project for a long time. But
also, I want to blame the consoles for the
Sure.
buggy mess.
Yeah.
If this was a PC exclusive, I feel like they would have done a much better job at releasing a polished product.
Yeah, but that's not gonna make it
Bada
universal,
bing,
and they're
bada
aware
boom.
of that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and I don't know if that
I just
is
want to
going to make a
consoles.
difference.
No.
Yeah, like that sounds like PC elitist talk. Like honestly, like stuff like the stealth not working correctly and like enemy vision cones saying things through walls, like that doesn't have anything to do with what console or like platform it's on.
Yeah, that
Oh no,
doesn't
no, I mean,
just
like time
that
to because I think every console has probably like everything has a different like problem. Like the programming isn't the same, so you have to like check. You can't just check one bug and be like, okay, all of them are fixed now. You have to go through all of it. Xbox, PC, old Xbox.
You do, but John, you have to take into account like what I said earlier. The goal is to sell, not anything else. Like, yeah, you want to put out a good game, you want a good reputation.
I'm not talking about how to sell a game. I'm talking about how to.
No, I get that you're saying like it could have been better if they just focused on PC, but that's not their goal. You got to think PlayStation probably has a slightly bigger population than both PC and Xbox, and then Xbox probably has like slightly less than PC. That's just rough guesstimates, but I want to say PlayStation probably has the highest, just based off of their sales comparatively to everything else, and PC has a high barrier of entry.
Oh yeah, no. I'm talking about if this was exclusively a PC game, they probably would have an easier time on releasing a polished product rather than having a bunch of.
I don't think we're ever going to see a PC only game. I really don't, because that doesn't sell.
Well, not like AAA game.
Yeah,
right. Because there's a lot of
PC only games. Yeah,
there is, but yeah, because that doesn't sell. They want to sell consoles, so they want games on the consoles, and they're affordable for kids. So that's always going to be the
kids.
issue.
It's a Reddit game. What would be kids
with
penis flopping around?
It doesn't matter. It happens. I'm not going to lie and say like kids are buying this.
I mean,
game.
that's not what they're going to say in their marketing sheet. This is for kids.
Yeah.
Well, of course they're not going to, because they're not marketing towards kids. But I mean, they're going to see their older brother playing it. They're going to see their favorite YouTubers playing it. Like, it's bound to happen. Anyhow, moving on from that.
Okay, yeah, wait. No, before we move on, just definitive question across the group. Are you guys going to pick up Cyberpunk?
John's getting it.
I might have to wait.
Yeah, so it's like, if I wasn't in this position of like gaming podcast and streaming gamer, I would usually wait like month or year after release, but I will be getting it.
Yep. And I will be there to watch him and strongly commentate on how badly he's doing.
Oh,
Yay.
Yeah. Just like our old school style. So if you liked Assassin's Creed, make sure you tune in for this, because I'm going to hackle the fuck out of him.
Yay.
So yeah, make sure you guys do tune into the YouTube videos. We're going to try to get one out as relatively as close as possible to the release date. It's going to be squeezed right there, right in the middle there. Make sure you're looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, go ahead, Joey.
Don't strain too hard.
But I am excited for it.
I am too, actually. I'm excited to watch it. And it's probably going to be awkward with all the sex scenes. Are there sex scenes?
Hot.
So I was watching a video, and there's a streamer mode that you can activate that censors all nudity and stuff, and also
there goes all the fun.
It also I'm not
there
gonna
goes
do
the
it.
neighborhood
For streaming. If I do stream it, I'll turn it on. But also it removes all copyright music, which is really
You're gonna have
really
to do
nice.
that for
Wow.
the YouTube anyhow, though.
For what?
The YouTube.
Otherwise, you're gonna have to censor all of that.
I don't mind that.
Oh, you're gonna have fun censor. Okay, I'm intrigued to see what you're gonna do with that. I think it will be a good game still. Personally, I'm excited to watch it, and if I like it enough watching John play it, I will buy it.
Wow.
But if it is an extremely buggy mess, I don't know if I can.
As long as it's not Arkham City broken,
Never played it.
Then you'll be good.
Yeah. Well, see. Well, my final thoughts are
as long as
Anthem
like
broken.
if it's like heavy on the RPG, like I have to be heavily invested in it, and if I am getting thrown out of that immersion because of bugs, then I would not want to play it.
I think bugs give game character. Like, look at Fable. Like, there
Eh.
were so many bugs in like Fable 3, for instance. But those are the things I remember about Fable 3, and it made me laugh. Like, I remember walking to a castle, and then the whole world just disappeared, and I was falling forever, and I was like, "Oh,
Wow, how
this is fucking
exciting.
hilarious."
That's not
And-
exciting.
But
Yeah.
the game was still fun.
But so
it was
that's
one
the thing, right,
instance
is
of a bug.
in that case of that bug, what was the outcome?
I just had to restart from the last save.
How much time did you lose?
5 minutes, not even.
Okay, that's not the case for everybody.
Yeah,
Sometimes that bug would cost people hours of time. Right?
So my
And-
Fallout 3 gameplay, I think, somehow it bugged out the entire world. Had to
Oh my God.
restart my character because every time I reload further back, it was just the whole world was just messed up.
Well,
That was
are you gonna get it,
annoying.
Joey? Because this is kind of up your alley. What, really?
I might get it eventually, but I'm not buying
surprised
it.
considering you're
right
a
away.
Bethesda fanboy, because I feel like
I wouldn't
Bethesda.
consider myself a Bethesda fanboy.
Right. And so I feel like
But this
you
is
have to
Bethesda.
have the highest tolerance of bullshit with their games, because they are very buggy games when they first come out. So I'm surprised that you're like, nah, on this one. I
So
guess
that's part of the thing is, honestly, in my cases, I've never had that like incredibly buggy experience that everybody else has with these games. Right?
either that or you have a
Um,
higher tolerance for it. Like, you ignore it, like I do with operating systems. I had Windows 8 for 7 years, and everyone's
Well-
like, why the hell do you still have this?
Yeah. Well, no, because you're right in the sense that I do have a high tolerance. I have a high tolerance for things like enemies clipping through surfaces.
Yeah, I ignore that shit. Who
And-
cares?
Like, yeah, I ignore that because, like, who cares, right?
Right.
T-posing would get to me. That would bother me.
That'd
right?
make me
Because
laugh.
T-posing
Yeah,
enemy is like
that's
not
annoying.
interacting
Just like,
correctly.
bruh.
That shit would make me
right.
laugh so hard.
But yeah, for the most part, when it comes to like the Bethesda games, I haven't ever run into any situation or any
Brink.
bug that's like broken my experience or like ruined my experience.
I feel like
Brink
did that for me with Bethesda games. Like,
I also did not have that experience at all with Brink.
I know you loved Brink, and I sat there and I'm like, this feels so
I thought-
choppy.
Yeah, I thought Brink was like totally fine. Like it wasn't great, but like
No.
it wasn't.
Well, no, because
broken.
it was.
But we're getting off topic. We're getting off topic.
Okay.
The point is, right? I don't need this game right now,
Right.
and if it's like really buggy, I can like wait for a while,
Yeah,
right? So it's
that's the
like,
smart thing to do.
and you know, I don't have a good PC to play it on right now, and I don't necessarily want to get it for the PlayStation 4. So,
I mean, you have other
um,
motives behind it besides just not wanting the game.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
but also to the point that I was making about like the bugs and stuff, there's people that are like describe their experience playing this game where every mission they're starting up, they're like, okay, what's gonna break this time? Like what's gonna
No.
go wrong this time,
Oh, this sounds fun.
right? And like,
Ready for that, John?
That day one patch better fix a lot of things. Swear to Bob.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
so I just think that I can hold out for a while. I'm trying to find where that specific quote was from. But yeah, I don't know. It just seems like they announced it too early and announced a date for it too early. And
Yeah,
now they're in a
they
moment
jumped
where
the gun
like,
a little bit.
they literally can't, they cannot push it back anymore. They have to get it out.
I mean, as we famously say, I guess we'll see.
I guess
We'll see.
I'm on the boat for it though. I'm excited. I'm excited to be a part of this new experience coming to us.
Okay,
What else is going
let's
on?
move on. Warner Brothers is
Wow.
going to release all of their 2020 movies in theaters and on HBO Max simultaneously.
I
Wow.
all about it.
exciting.
Let's do it.
Exciting.
What do you guys think about this? Do you guys
Yeah.
think this is the end of movie theaters as we know it? And
No.
how long do you think it's going to be until we see entities like Disney follow suit?
Disney already kind of is with their own streaming service.
They're experimenting.
They're experimenting,
Experimenting,
right?
yeah.
But like they did Mulan, but they haven't
That did-
really like hard committed yet in the
Yeah.
way that Warner Brothers here is like hard committed to it.
I think Warner
seemingly.
Brothers is in the right here. Like, good for them.
Ooh.
I'm about it.
Some people might say otherwise.
Well, good
But
for
yeah, I think
them.
this is a
I hate
very
movie
good-
theaters.
Oh, I'm not talking about that, but yeah, I think this is a good like consumer friendly way to do it, just because of the current situation of the world right now. You know, it's a nice, safe way to watch their new movies.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman 1984
So,
viewing party.
so John, do you
Doing
think once the pandemic has blown
Subsided.
past, will everything go back to normal?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Why are you asking me?
Doctor, this wait,
Um,
this has to do
in
with
the,
the movie
in the
industry.
scheme of cinematography.
some pictures. Wait, what?
What?
Capturing images?
Yeah.
Cinematography, lights. What? You mean
As
in
a
filmmaking?
cinematographer
Uh,
in cinematography.
I'm
Watching
not a
movies.
cinematographer.
John, the whole point of this whole is hello.
So you want to ask
You're gonna
me
give
what,
him an
what's, the
aneurysm.
state, what's the state of watching films and movies after the Rona, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just specifying because you're using the wrong words.
Your word.
I don't know. I feel like it's something comfortable about just staying home and watching a new release, you know, in your couch or bed or whatever, on a tablet, on your TV screen. But then it's also a whole different experience to watch on a big screen with giant speakers and you know, people
True.
chomping popcorn next to you.
True that.
Today I learned.
I don't. I think Rona isn't. I mean, after Rona, it's not going to go back to normal. Just like how 9/11, nothing went back to like airports. Completely different experience now. Ever
True.
since.
Oh
9/11.
wow.
And I think the same thing's going to happen with this.
I
with,
feel like
going
we
out in
just
public.
accepted airports
And-
though.
I think that it's the same. I mean,
There was
I don't know,
a slight resistance at first, but
Yeah,
then there was
yeah.
a great like acceptance.
I mean, we still
afterwards.
complain. You know, I mean, we don't really accept it. I mean, it's like when you go, it's like, TSA, they're gonna touch and follow my body again, but I'm
Hot.
just gonna do it because I have to use the service. You know,
No, but that's an acceptance.
Yeah.
A resistance to it is going in there and fighting the person about it, being a Karen.
okay,
That's what I'm saying. Acceptance is
Yeah,
just like, oh, I
acceptance.
have to do it. And
yeah.
walking.
I
there and
mean,
just doing
it's
it.
you're begrudgingly. Is that the right word? But
Yeah,
yeah, like
sure.
you're also accepting it. But yeah, and I think
I don't know.
it's gonna be similar to going out in public and especially like movies and stuff.
I think
especially
the
since-
first day that people are walking around without masks and it's like not a hazard anymore is going to be a weird day for everybody.
Yeah, and I hope it's like I hope it's a culture of if you're sick and you're going outside, you wear a mask. I hope that's I
That'd be
hope that's
cool
a-
because
that's a new
imagine
culture.
how much
I don't
less
feel
people
like-
would get sick.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's going to be a thing in
No,
the U.S.
No, we're too
But
selfish.
in other countries, I think that might be a thing. Because I mean, Asian countries already do it. But,
well, two things.
um,
Today I learned that if you're talking about movies and stuff incorrectly and using wrong words, that triggers John, and that's his dick mode. So that's one. Two, doing viewing party of
what
Wonder
you're
Woman.
saying? How does
you,
this affect?
you went big brain on me and like had to correct me when I was using the wrong words for you. You don't usually do that. It's not in your character. Anyhow, viewing party Wonder Woman 1984, and I feel like we are definitely going to see other studios jumping on board for this, but I don't think all studios are going to do it. I'm excited to see Warner Brothers doing it personally.
Wow.
I thought they would be one of the biggest because Warner Brothers is definitely huge on trademarks and their copyright and crap like that. So I would think that they're a little bit more money grubby and would want it to go to the movie theaters. But I don't know. This is proving me
Great
wrong in
question.
my thoughts for them.
Well, I don't know, because like it's always been a case where they kind of have to go along with the movie theaters because that was the only place that they could show their movies, right? And then even when like streaming started getting big, they couldn't really like, even if a company wanted to do day and date on like streaming services, the movie theaters would threaten them and basically be
Yeah.
like, if you do that, we're not going to run your movie. And now that like the theaters don't have any of the power anymore, it's freed these companies up to take this chance and like go with the streaming route and see how that works, right?
I find that
And if you
interesting
think about it
that
here,
you say that though, because you're acting like the movie theaters had a lot of power. I've always
They
been
did.
told the opposite, where movie theaters are kind of at the whim of the producers and the studios because they don't make the money off of the movie itself. They make the money off of the concessions.
Well,
No,
it used to
that's-
be the opposite. It used
Yeah.
to be movie theaters.
Well,
And it
because
slowly shifted.
the reason why a lot of movies are, your stereotypical like 1 hour 30 minutes 2 hour movie is because if your movie is longer than 3 hours, you wouldn't get enough time slots to put, and movie theaters, some movie theaters wouldn't even play it just because we can't get enough time slots to fill those seats. So we
you're
won't play
not
your movie.
moving enough people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they have a lot of power, or they
Is
have
that
a
why
lot
it's
of power.
called a movie?
a movie? Wait, what? What?
Get it?
No,
I get it.
I don't. What?
Oh.
Don't worry about
Oh.
it. It was a dad
But
joke.
anyway, so like in this case, right, if they find that they're getting $20 from everybody to sign up to see Wonder Woman, and then however many of those people stick around month over month, then it's going to end up working out monetarily in their favor against. And then in the case of like when the whole pandemic does eventually end and movie theaters are open again, if that ever happens, since so many of them are closing down. Like I know that our local theater shut
Yeah.
down. If these movie theaters do open again, they can double dip on those profits, right? Where they get the people who want to see it on the streaming service, and they get the people who want to have that cinematic movie theater experience. And potentially they can get them to double dip on both, where they go and see the movie in theater, like it so much that they sign up for HBO
Yeah,
Max so that
actually,
they can
yeah.
watch it again multiple times.
Well, yeah, and they
Yeah,
don't have to
that's
wait
true.
5 months for
That's
the
very
DVD
true.
to come out,
Exactly. Yeah.
and they like it's still fresh in their mind. They're like, "Oh man, I want to binge watch this multiple times." Like, would that be considered binge watch? And yeah. So I get what you're saying.
I mean, yeah, there's a few times where that's happened where it's like I watch it, it's like I kind of want to watch it again with his friends, but it's like I don't want to
Same.
spend the money.
right,
to go to the
20
theater
bucks
again.
per pop. Whereas
Let's
like
just-
they're
yeah,
just
let's
gonna
just
get
pop
the,
at home and
the
watch
royalty
it again.
claims on it, which will be
Yeah.
Is there
Easy
a
kickback.
movie that you had to watch a second time?
I had, well, I wasn't forced to because I liked it so much. The Pokemon, Detective Pikachu, and the Lego Lego movie.
Everything is awesome.
So-
children movie.
So it is possible
Yeah.
it back before the pandemic. So
Wait, what?
yeah,
For me,
But-
yeah. What? Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
yeah,
just in
but
general?
it's just like how often did you do
Yeah,
that?
just in
Whereas like there's no
was
hesitation
those
after
two
that.
movies, I think.
You're already paying for the other service.
Yeah.
You might as well, if it even an
Yeah.
inkling in your brain. I don't know. I'm okay with it. I'm all on board because
Well,
I
I'm
hate going to
wondering-
movie theaters. So
I do wonder how they're gonna how payment for these, because it's like in a movie theater, it's one person, one ticket, and you get a fraction of that cost, right? So, and then when you go to streaming service, you have one subscription, a bunch of people watching that one subscription. It's like, how is that going to affect how much that film earns?
Mhm.
And that's what I think I'll be worried about being a filmmaker. And
Yeah.
also, what I've heard is that Christopher Nolan, director of the Tenet, was really upset because Warner Brothers didn't tell him that they were going to release Tenet onto
Oh.
their HBO Max streaming service. He had no
Okay, I
kind of
see.
knowledge of that until
Wow.
that was announced.
that's
So
kind of
it's like,
shitty to
okay.
do that.
Yeah,
Maybe he should have written a better contract.
yeah. I mean, that's true, but it's like I don't know. It's like
Yeah.
I wonder how it's going to affect, just the industry in general. Because if you're not making as much money as before, it's like how much money are they going to pump into?
Well, and I've seen this brought up
Stars and
of
stuff.
like maybe we see the price of these things come down,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And yeah,
Like,
some movies
are
don't. Transformers
so,
don't need it. Yeah.
they're so expensive
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
produce nowadays. And do they need to be this expensive? Probably
That's
not.
so
No.
true. There's a reason why there's film festivals, because there's hidden gems in there,
Yeah.
and
like, very low
streaming
budget,
can be another outlet. That's why like Netflix is taking off, because they compete. Like same thing with Amazon, they compete in the film festivals to pick up these movies or these ideas and run with it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see like the state of the film industry, and in a few
Yeah.
years down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
Well,
I feel like it's all good for consumers though. So it's like that's a cool thing.
Yeah, things are getting more competitive, which is
Yeah.
great. We don't know what's going to happen, but here's what I think about the movie theaters. I think movie theaters are here to stay at some capacity, because it might not be a necessity to watch it anymore. Like at release, if the movie industry realizes that they can release and go straight to streaming, and movie theaters at the same time. But there will always be people that want to go to theaters because of the experience, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having that choice, because sometimes, like, I'm not a hardcore movie goer, but there are some movies that I believe are like worthy enough for me to go there instead
Yeah.
of waiting those 3 months for it to go to streaming or get released to buy.
Yeah,
or
it's
rent.
it's an event. It's like I feel like it's no different than why go to the bar when you can just drink cheaper beer at home, or why
That's
go
true.
to the sports game when you can just watch it from home and not deal with the
Yeah.
crowds of people. I think
Yeah,
it's the
because
same kind of
you can
experience.
Yeah, I understand that you like the comfort of the home.
Yeah.
Like you can make a few sacrifices, smaller screen, less bellowing sound system, but it's not like
It's an experience.
good
You're
on
paying for
you.
the experience.
Yeah, it's totally up to you.
I'd still just go to the same amount of movies as I would have been going before. It's when you guys pretty much
Yeah.
ask me, and I go like 4 times a year, and that's
Yeah.
it. I'll just
Yeah, even
watch
then,
more
we-
movies because I have the option at home.
Yeah, even then we don't religiously watch. Wait, you don't watch movies at all? You watch
Hardly.
TV shows.
Hardly.
You watch YouTube more than TV. Oh my god.
I do.
What?
I like short,
What
easy
if-
to consume
what if-
content.
What if you can go to movie theaters and watch short, easy consumable content?
I mean, if movies were 20 minutes, probably.
No, I mean like go to the movie theater and watch your YouTube videos,
no. Why would
and
I
then go
do
home
that?
after like 10 minutes. I don't know. I'm just trying to make it appeal to you.
No.
Oh,
I'm trying
my.
to get into your type of
Why
audience.
would I
Like,
pay 20
how can
bucks to go
How can I
do
make money off of what you like?
Uh,
Why would he inconvenience himself to do what he's
Right.
already doing?
I don't know, man.
and hate the experience of doing it because I already don't like going to the movie theaters.
Yeah. Yeah,
make
see,
any
that's the
sense.
thing for me with the like experience of the movie theater. It's like for some people the experience of the movie theater like supersedes the how would I put it?
The media.
Annoyances.
Oh, yeah.
Like I don't like going to a movie theater.
Have
I don't
you-
like
have you
having
been-
to wait in line. I don't like to have to sit around a bunch of other people. The movie is usually too loud or like not mixed very well. Like I don't know, man. The concessions are super expensive.
Oh
Like,
yeah, don't buy food.
I just don't like movie theaters and like kind of never have.
Yeah. Well,
nice every
if
once
it
in a
over
while.
opens up, I would recommend Alamo Draft House. They're very nice, very spacious. You're like kind of seated far away from people,
Oh, wow.
and they serve alcohol.
But
You're
they're
into
even more expensive. The
that.
price
you're
point for
again,
me
you're
kind of
paying
is.
for the experience.
are. So okay, then.
But so that's the thing. Wait. I want to bring up though, their like experience, their like enhancement of the experience is to try to make it as much like you're watching it at home as possible.
right.
Like they
Yeah.
provide couches and give you food and let you drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Like
or you can
Again,
get
just,
a
again,
whole
that
it's
just
like-
proves
fraction
that
of
like the
price.
nature of the theater is inconvenience and uncomfortable, and people
yeah.
would
Well, I
rather
mean,
consume content in
I'm
the
gonna-
comfort of their own home.
I'm gonna compare it to sports again because sports is working. VIP stands, they pretty much try to recreate your what's it called? Couch room.
Well, I
Living
think
room.
with that, no, the difference
for a
between
super
that
fancy
and
price,
the other
yeah.
thing is, it's recreating that experience in a luxury form.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Animal Draft House is definitely like a luxury kind of.
The
it's not
only
your
reason
typical-
why people that already have that luxury or better stuff go is for the social aspect of it, because they're wealthy and they want to be connected with other wealthy people, or it's kind of like oh, I have these tickets to this thing, let's go have a business meeting there while we watch the game. The
People have
common
business meetings
person
there?
is going to
I've never done
go
it before.
because of the experience of being in a better place than they live in.
Have you been to a stadium baseball or sports game? It is noisy. It is annoying. People bump into
Yeah.
you. Hot
And
dogs,
the
mustard gets
specific
all over the place.
Box you're talking about?
Yeah,
No, I'm
I-
talking
I'm
about like
sorry
a normal
about-
everyday person experience,
Yeah,
not a VIP box. Like a
I'm sorry
normal
for
seat.
those
No, I'm talking about
baseball
VIP.
lovers.
Box.
Yeah,
but
but it is
Baseball
also,
being a pastime, just eating and watching people like ant size doesn't
well,
seem
no,
fun.
even like football sense. Like, I can't even see the field. I was like, my dad's friend has like these front row seats. Like I could pretty much touch the players if they jump over the wall. But every time there was like a big event, everyone stands up. You can't see a damn thing. So I would just end up looking at the giant jumbotron screen. I was like, I should just be watching at home. That's
Right.
literally
Yeah.
what I
That's
do.
how I felt
Exactly.
when I went to the
But-
Dodgers
But
game.
people freaking like freak out
Yeah.
and love that kind of stuff. So it's like,
It's
you know.
it's
Yeah.
a different experience for everybody. We're not sports
Yeah.
people. And that's the same thing. I'm
And
not a
you're
theater
not
I
a
think
movie
it's
person.
mostly just hanging out. Like that's why they call it a pastime. But
pastime. But it's so old. It's past. It's so old.
yeah,
Well,
Cool.
speaking
Okay.
of a pastime,
what's that?
It's
What's
past
that?
time for us to move on to
Oh wow,
that wasn't my
our
segue, but go for
game
it.
well done.
within our podcast.
Whoa!
Well done.
It's time for everyone's favorite game. Name that game. The game where you guess the game and the prize is nothing but bragging rights. With our host, Joey.
Wow.
This is Name That Game,
I love that game.
the game show.
Wow, me too. Wait,
Where
pause for
I-
intro. Oh my
I-
god,
I
amazing.
thought it
That
already
wasn't a
happened.
pause.
Okay.
Anyway, this is the game show where I describe.
Well, I'm just gonna throw it over someone
Hey.
talking, I guess.
Perfect.
There wasn't a
It's
time for a
time
pause
for
there.
everyone's.
I'm not gonna look for it. I'm just gonna pick a random spot.
Joey
Name that
definitely
game.
paused for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Anyway, this is a game show where I describe a character and y'all try to guess the character
That's us.
and the franchise
Oh wow,
that the character is from.
amazing.
Looking at the scoreboard currently, 12 points for PJ, 9 points for Garrick, and 14 points for
Oh
John.
yeah, undefeated.
Oh
right
my
here.
Where did your
God.
NorCal
Can you
y'all
add
come from?
NorCal y'all?
What?
Oh, you're talking about Joey.
Yeah, he had a NorCal y'all in there earlier.
Y'all coming
Y'all,
back now. But
Anyway.
guys, I'm in the lead.
You are in the lead. I got to take that back.
I'm never in the lead.
Nope. You're the Cinderella story here, Garrick.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Cinderella Man die? Oh, spoilers.
Anyhow, go ahead,
Oh
Joey,
my.
please.
Okay, so are you guys ready for us to move to our first character?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
This character first enlisted in the Israeli Defense Force
Uh-huh.
Oh wow.
after undergoing the rigorous 22-month training for the Elite Air Force Unit. She served 5 years, skilled in ground and airborne operations, all-weather and all-terrain navigation and reconnaissance. She was invaluable to Operation Orchard. She was later transferred to FBI SWAT due to an international law enforcement exchange program.
Wow.
This character applied for her degree in engineering and gift in structural resistance to develop advanced demolition tactics and equipment. Along with Hebrew, this character is fluent in Arabic, English, French, and Greek.
Wow.
Huh.
Did anybody bust?
No.
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 I'll just take a guess. Is it Modern Warfare the game? Yeah.
That is incorrect.
Damn it.
Incorrect. Okay.
I only had one
Is
guess,
it
but I wasn't sure.
is it Rainbow Six Siege?
It is indeed Rainbow Six Siege. Point for
Okay.
Garrick.
Wow.
No, okay. I was
yeah, I wouldn't
I was
have
like,
known.
it has to be a Tom Clancy game. That sounds so.
Yeah,
totally
because it's a
Tom Clancy.
weird Hebrew's a weird nickname, but I don't remember that.
It's not the nickname.
That's
I
a
said
language
that's
she
along
knows.
with
The
Hebrew.
language.
Oh,
As in a
okay.
language she.
Okay. Well, Hebrew could be a weird nickname, anyways. But
What's the
I don't.
first?
I'm not familiar with the characters, so.
I don't know any of the characters. So
Do you
Okay,
wanna take
just
a
gonna
guess?
Oh, okay. You guess first. Buzz. Go for it, Gary.
Oh,
Something
it's,
We need-
it's a I don't know any of the
Do,
females.
do we need a name or can we do like their like kind of code name?
Codename will count.
Oh.
I don't know.
Sycamore.
I forgo
You can't
my.
think- Of a single Rainbow Six Siege character?
I haven't played Rainbow Six Siege in like 2 years, I think. So it's
So
been
that's
a
not an
long time.
excuse.
Oh,
I
I've never
can't
played
help it.
just pick a
Um,
random name.
Okay. Oh,
Sid-
okay,
But
you're still
all
going?
Sledgehammer.
It's not Sledge. Sledge
Oh.
is just a dude.
I know.
Buzz,
At least you said one.
what is
Is this Jeopardy now?
Phoenix?
Wow.
That's incorrect.
Ah, damn it.
The character. No,
Shelly.
PJ guessed. The character that we were looking for is Ash.
Oh.
Oh.
No, I would have
Oh.
Family
gotten
name
that.
Eliza Cohen.
Yeah.
Would not have known it.
I forgot.
Nope.
I,
Yeah,
for-
no.
I didn't even realize she was Israeli Defense Force.
Awkward.
Wow.
But then she switched to the U.S.
hmm
Air
Yeah,
Force,
she's an
right?
FBI
Yeah, the whole point
operator.
of
FBI.
Rainbow Six Siege is it's
How the hell do you know this?
police
much, Joe?
force.
What?
How do you know this much about the game?
No, I
Because
got it
Joey
wrong.
literally
I got it wrong.
Joey literally said she went to the FBI.
Well, no, I'm saying
Yeah.
it's just like John saying it matter of factly, like he played the game.
Oh no, I got it wrong.
Oh.
Oh,
It was the FBI, not the Air Force.
Okay, you guys ready for character number 2?
yeah.
Okay.
A highly decorated Navy SEAL and
Oh, wow.
former CIA paramilitary ops clandestine officer. This
Uh-huh.
character was once a member of Third Echelon, a top secret
Wait.
initiative.
What is Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell?
Point for John.
Oh
Wow.
Would
There's
you
a
like
theme.
To name the character,
yeah. Oh.
Probably should have gotten the rest
You
of
didn't
the
have
description.
Oh shoot, what's the main Tom no, not Tom Clancy.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna give you 5 more seconds.
Oh jeez. Oh,
I
know.
think it's Tom.
Sam Fisher.
Point for
Is
John.
it? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yes.
My little.
I
league
played
is
that
dwindling.
series.
Wow. Wait, we didn't even talk about Ubisoft this
No,
this
Tom
podcast.
Clancy. We're gonna be talking about Tom
We
Clancy.
haven't talked
very,
about
very soon.
Ubisoft in like a few podcasts.
Oh wow.
What's our final character?
What a
think-
curveball.
think
Usually
it's
there's a theme.
Tom Clancy.
Don't get complacent. That doesn't always happen.
Oh damn it.
True.
Doesn't always have to do with the topics.
Mm-hmm. True.
Oh, what's this curveball ball? Curveball.
Okay. We're now going to move on to character number 3, which is our curveball character. The current incarnation of the Candy Elemental.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Comparable to the inhabitants of the Candy Kingdom, who are all... and PJ buzzed in.
Oh, I should have waited on the character description. It's Adventure Time.
Point for PJ.
Oh.
And
I need to watch that show. I still haven't watched that.
Yeah.
what's gonna be? I just gotta guess a character. Or can you continue reading the description, or is it too late?
No,
Nope.
that's cheating.
Yeah.
Princess Bubblegum.
2 points for PJ.
Fuck.
Wow. Great guess.
Wow,
I don't know. You
fantastic.
said the incarnation of Candy Kingdom. Okay.
Candy Mountain. Candy Mountain.
Wow, we all scored.
Wow.
I only got one
Good job,
point, though.
everyone.
You guys
Good
got
job,
2
everyone.
points.
I was getting scared. I honestly haven't earned points in 3 games.
Damn it.
Oh wow.
But
I gotta watch
So
all
the
those
score-
shows now.
Is now 14 points for PJ,
Oh wow.
Wow.
10 points for Garrick,
Wow, you're catching up.
And 16
No.
points for John.
I think you guys are
Everyone's
pulling
still
away.
Too close.
I had a slight
close.
advantage with that one because I know Joey's like lightweight obsession with Adventure Time.
Not
Wow.
really. I haven't watched Adventure Time in a really long
Well, in a
time.
long time, but you used to love it. We talked
Yeah,
about
I used
it
to watch it a
lot.
lot.
So
but
it
I
gave me an
didn't
advantage
even-
because you told me a lot of stuff. Like I watched pretty much all the series, but you would talk to me about it a lot. So I'm like, oh, I know this because Joey talked to me about this. So thank you for that.
Oh man, I just realized I was really close for the Phoenix thing. My guess for Ash, because Phoenix could rise from the Ash. Just wanted to
True.
bring that up. So
I mean,
maybe
you're not
that's a
wrong.
point right there.
You're not wrong.
It was, you're like right there. You're just like not there though.
No.
Yeah,
Damn
it was a loose
You're
train
like
of
not at
thought.
all. Okay, we're gonna move on to our last topic that
Oh,
we're
wow.
gonna talk about today.
Oh, what's that?
Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War
Oh.
is gonna have their first season of content
Wow.
here coming up. They keep pushing it back. We mentioned that a little bit earlier when we were discussing Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
I'm gonna be honest. Based on like the trailer, I didn't really get much out of it as to what's
Me
gonna be in
neither.
the
So-
update. But I heard that like Alcatraz might be coming back.
Right.
Oh.
Or
Some
something like that.
incarnation of it. So basically anyone that hasn't seen the trailer yet, it was an unlisted YouTube video that like the YouTubers that get sent information had to solve and they got to it. And it talks about Stitch, which is the first operator.
Halo and Stitch?
Wow.
No, just Stitch. The first operator
Okay, just
in
Alien.
the new series. And he was the only survivor of his group of like people creating the Nova 6 gas. And he got captured by Adler and is tortured by Adler to get information, which he gives none. And then Adler actually takes out his eye, which you see later in the trailer.
Spoilers.
But yeah, so go watch it. It's actually really cool. I enjoyed it. I feel like it has more to do with probably the multiplayer, but the speculations that I'm seeing is, you're correct, Joey. It's an Alcatraz remake, but it's based off of an actual Russian island. I don't know the Russian pronunciation of it, but it's codenamed like Rebirth Isle, which is from, I think, after World War II, where they were testing gases and like anthrax and stuff, and the nuclear fallout from it actually caused the island to have to be abandoned. So that's what
wow.
I'm understanding about it. But there's a lot of speculation that the map will probably be more like Blackout, where it's a smaller, like maybe 48 to 50 person game type, and move towards that where there's respawn and stuff. I'm not a big fan of that idea. The reason why that people think that is because there's supposedly a new game mode coming out with it at the same time. My thoughts is maybe they'll have that new game mode with that map alongside of classic Warzone with Verdansk and keep both of them coincidentally. But if they get rid of Verdansk, I don't know how much I'm going to be into Warzone anymore, because I'm not a fan of a smaller map. I like Warzone because it's a big scale thing and it's a little bit slower. So I'm intrigued to see how they do that, but they might lose me if they get rid of Verdansk.
Yeah, why
Or-
would you
No.
split the audience with two different maps too? It's like I mean, say what you want about Fortnite, but I kind of like how they just kind of keep changing up the one map every season.
Keep it fresh.
Right?
Keep it
but they
fresh
keep
that
the
way.
map the same size. Like if
Yeah,
they
yeah.
blew up Rebirth Isle to be the size of Verdansk somehow, or make it feel like it's the size of Verdansk, then I would be on board with it. But I don't know how they're gonna fit like 150 people on a little island. Because I didn't play Blackout. I'll be open and honest about that, but I did watch a little bit of
Me
gameplay of it, and
neither.
it did
Oh,
seem
not
moderately
me.
small.
I didn't play it either.
Weird.
I
Like,
mean,
you-
like regular Blackout was very similar to Warzone. I mean, Warzone's better, but
Yeah.
you know, in terms of
Indeed.
like the pace of play, for the most part, Blackout was a little faster because you had a lot of weird gadgets like grappling hooks and stuff like that. But But you're right in terms of like the way that Alcatraz map played. It was a lot more fast paced. It might end up having the same type of deal that you get in some of the other Warzone game modes, and you kind of to some extent get in Plunder, where it's like you finish a team off and then they just land right back on top of you.
Right.
Oh,
And
wow.
like
Yeah.
that's annoying. That's always been
Yeah, it's really
annoying.
annoying.
And like it happens every once in a while in regular Warzone.
Yeah.
But like it happens constantly in some of those other
Well,
side Warzone
there's a
modes, and it's
risk
so
to it.
frustrating.
In Warzone, there's a huge risk to it because if you
In
die
regular
after-
Warzone,
yeah, exactly.
right?
With
Because
this, there's
you're
not a
coming
risk.
down with nothing, right?
No.
And a lot of the other game modes like
Well,
Plunder,
pistol.
you come back down with your whole kit, so
Right.
there's no repercussion. You can just land
Yeah.
and get the drop on the team that just
Well,
killed you.
As far as I understand, in Blackout you only had a pistol when you respawned too, but there was no like barrier to get back in like the Gulag. It was just you respawned, and supposedly there's a whole new Gulag system for Rebirth Isle, which I mean that leads me to believe that they're going to keep the Gulag. They're just going to slightly adapt it to something new. I don't know.
Oh wow.
That there's very little speculation on that so far, but I'm excited to see something different. I don't know if it's going to be something good different.
We'll see.
But
As
as an
per
apology,
usual.
with season 1 being delayed, they are giving out free packs, which I'm sure a lot of people already know that. But make sure you log into Black Ops if you have it to get the free packs.
Oof.
And
I don't
then
have it.
the
don't
weird
either.
thing that threw me off, that I know other YouTubers mentioned too, is with Modern Warfare, the game or the battle pass is gone completely. Just no tab for it. There's
Oh,
no
no.
new shop items, and there hasn't been in a couple of weeks. And it's like it almost looks like they abandoned the game.
Like, let's get out of here.
Right. It just feels like, oh well, time to get out of this town. Let's move on to the next one. And it's just like, but Modern Warfare's far
It's still a
su-
strong community.
it's
right
it's
now.
superior to Black Ops in almost every single way. And like I said, I've ditched a lot of my anger towards Treyarch over the years for this game. I think
Mhm.
Black Ops was as good as it possibly could be under the circumstances that they were put under, with Sledgehammer being a little late on their deadlines and all the other stuff that went on behind the scenes. So I do think Treyarch does a really good job. Like I was telling John earlier, the Nova 6 gas is a very good explanation for the encroaching gas as a circle coming around you.
Wow.
So that's a really cool implementation. It's not just like, oh, this random gas is coming to get you and push you into the middle to fight. It's something that's happening and has been in the series since the beginning. So I appreciate Treyarch for that. It's just I hope that they don't fuck it up. I love Warzone
Yeah.
so much. I really don't want to see it go down the tubes.
What I'm hoping is that they're just dedicating all hands on deck, like resources onto the release of Black Ops and the transition of Warzone, and hopefully they'll come back to support Modern Warfare at a certain capacity.
Well, everyone thought that there was going to be a season 7, which I thought was going to be
Well-
a funky thing to do when season 1 was coming out, to put out a season in a different game.
I was under the impression, based on the way that they had like talked about it when they were announcing Black Ops and stuff, I was under the impression that the battle pass would just go across both games.
Same.
Yeah,
They are. It's
in the
cross.
presentation?
It's cross progression. So once the
Uh-huh.
16th hits, supposedly no matter what game you're playing, you are going to get progress in the battle pass if you own it. But they don't
Right,
know as
but-
far as it goes with the
Uh.
store and stuff like that, if that's going to be between the two games or not.
Well, so to that, but you mentioned that in Modern Warfare, there's no battle pass tab anymore.
No, but there's no battle pass tab in Black Ops either.
Oh,
It's just not.
Okay,
it's
that's
not. It's not even
weird.
in Warzone anymore. It's just gone. But there is progress for season 6 still listed in your stats. It's not like it's locked out like it used to do. Like it grayed out and it said like this is your previous season stuff. It's still like available for 6. So like everything they did is kind of like open ended, but it feels like they abandoned a ghost town, but there's still like little loose ends that they didn't tie up, which leads me to believe that there might be more.
See, you say they abandoned a ghost town, but I honestly think that give it a month or two, and in terms of the multiplayer, more people are going to be playing Modern Warfare.
Oh, probably just
Mhm.
because Black Ops doesn't have. I mean, the content doesn't feel like it's replayable. Like just playing a couple of multiplayer matches on there. And granted, I'm playing alone because you guys don't want to get it. But
I'm good,
Not
it
worth it.
doesn't feel like it's as replayable. I'm kind of like I do maybe 5 matches and I'm like, I'm kind of got my fix. So it's hard for me to level up the guns like I did in Modern Warfare. Whereas in Modern Warfare, I can play multiplayer all night, even if I don't feel like playing multiplayer. If I'm playing,
Oh wow.
I'll just grind it solo.
Even all by yourself? Oh, wow. What?
Well, I did. How do you think I got
by
to
himself.
like season 4? I think I got maybe 40 or 50 of the levels on the battle pass alone.
Nice. Damn.
Wow, you're
So,
addicted.
I definitely played the crap out of it. Well, that's when I wasn't working too. I think maybe it was season 3, whatever season it was where I wasn't working. So it was more fun. There's just something catchy and
Yeah,
interesting about playing Modern Warfare's multiplayer.
and it feels familiar too.
yeah,
Hey,
I felt
hey,
like I was
Activision.
playing Modern Warfare 2 over again.
Activision, do more of that.
Yeah,
And it's less Activision, it's Infinity Ward, and I think that they should invest more resources into Infinity Ward.
Well,
mean-
I think that there is a case of
They're hedging.
players getting accustomed to games as a service and Call of Duty just not getting on board with that,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right? And they release something like Modern Warfare that everybody feels like is a games as a service and wants to be a game as a service, and then they proceed to release a like underdeveloped, barely finished product the next year and tell everybody to abandon the thing that they want to play and jump on the new ship.
This might
Yeah,
be
you
the
can't.
turning
People don't wanna
point.
do
Can't
that.
just
Yeah.
stronghold people, strong arm people.
I think you're right in the fact that in a month it's going to be transitioned back to Modern Warfare multiplayer because everyone's just going to max out their guns in Black Ops and be like, why am I playing this? The only reason why people are
What
playing
do I
Black Ops
do?
is because there's progression. Whereas in Modern Warfare, people were still playing it even though they had gold camos with the blue dots
Yeah.
on their sights. Just because it's fun. It's enjoyable. It's not
I-
frustrating.
I play Ground War using weapons that I have maxed out
Right.
just because I want
Wow.
to play Ground War,
Right.
right?
There's a big difference. Like I'm the same way. I don't feel that attachment to Black Ops. If I max out a gun, I feel like I'm not going to use it ever again because I'm maxing it out for Warzone. You know, and that's it. And
You're
I-
maxing it out for the sake of maxing it out,
right.
not because like you're like in something like Modern Warfare, I'm maxing something out because I want to have all the attachments for it because I want to be able to play with it and customize it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. This
I don't know.
this is a really sad discussion.
It's interesting. It's interesting to see where they go. The weird thing about it is that people keep finding new weapons in the Modern Warfare code. So
Well, that and
like
Okay.
they're
new game
developing stuff for
modes,
it.
New store items, which thinking about it now, if they do cross integration with the store, those store items that we're seeing could be for Black Ops.
Oh wow.
Technically, because we have no idea. We just know the names of the packs, or will like the data miners do. They don't know what's in them necessarily, as far as I understand it. And then I think there's operators that weren't like Soap's not released, and I feel like he's in the code. I think he was in the code since season 1 or 2.
I don't think Soap's ever been in the code.
You don't think so? Who was in the code for
No.
a long time? Maybe it was Shepard. Someone's in the code that's been in the code for a couple seasons that never got released. That's all I know. Cause like I
Oh, it was
watched
Griggs.
Oh, so he got released.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on Black
Who's
Ops, but
Griggs?
No, Griggs is in.
Oh no,
It's
no, he
Modern
was
Warfare
released in
pack.
the most. No, you're good. You're right. It was the most recent season.
You good?
But
You good?
I swear there was someone else. Anyhow, point is there is more content that's there, but it's weird that they're not. Why? Like you have a week gap right now. Why would you not just put something out on Modern Warfare to that?
Well,
that would be
well,
the
hold up.
compensation.
Weren't they planning to release the season earlier though? I don't think they had anything planned, right?
No, I don't know. Well, okay.
They-
Initially,
they-
the game was supposed to come out with integration and everything, but then they
Ah.
pushed it back to December 10th, and then they pushed it back again to the 16th.
Mm-hmm.
The
So-
current Modern Warfare season's been pushed back twice,
Gotcha.
Oof.
or like the end of it has been pushed back twice.
Yeah, because there was they just like randomly extended it a week
Mm-hmm.
at the end, and they never even announced it. They just like put the
They just
patch
moved the
out, and then
ticker
it
up.
was just there. Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool. I can actually finish the battle pass now, and I did. So I was happy
Wow.
about that. But it was just awkward because I was like, oh, why did you even have the timer there in the first place?
Exactly.
I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see in a couple days. I'm excited to see the new map, but I'm also scared. I don't really want to
Don't be
lose
scared.
something because I feel like Warzone is the first new experience that I've had in a game that I thoroughly enjoy and that I'm willing to play hours and hours of. And if they take that away from me, I'm going to be a little upset.
No.
I will go Karen
Well-
mode on them.
They don't have any intention of taking a regular Warzone away from you. And
That's what I
ultimately, like
thought.
Warzone is like the glue that is holding these two games together,
Right.
right? Because otherwise, there would be no like, connectivity between Black Ops and Modern Warfare. The only reason that there is because there has to be connectivity through Warzone and Black Ops. And because Warzone is basically Modern Warfare already, it would be weird not to.
Well, okay, but so that's the thing. Is John correct in saying that they're gonna be too afraid to split their audience to put out two maps, or do you think that that's like wrong and they are gonna put out two separate maps that you can play? Because like
Oh, I mean, they probably aren't. Because I mean, doesn't what's the other one? Other battle royale? What's the futuristic thing? The
Apex?
Apex. Doesn't Apex have multiple
Hyperscape?
maps?
Yeah, Apex
Oh, yeah,
has multiple
Apex.
Yeah.
maps.
Yeah,
I prefer
and they-
PUBG
I-
has
I-
3 maps.
Yeah. I don't like the idea of multiple maps, but I'm
yeah,
I'm
but would
sure
you rather have
other
that,
people-
or would you rather be stuck with only like Black Ops or Blackout?
Blackout? I want Blackout. What's Blackout?
The
I don't want
game.
that.
The predecessor of
Oh no,
Warzone.
just keep no. So rather than have multiple maps released, I would rather have them change the current map.
Right,
Like,
make
just
it
bits and
like
pieces of it.
well,
Again, like
and that's what a
Fortnite
lot of
style.
people thought was going to happen. That they were just going to
Yeah.
make it like the 1970s version of it, of Verdansk, have like different building or an architecture or like something like that.
Except it wouldn't have any different buildings or architecture. It'd have the same. It's a Soviet bloc
Yeah.
country.
Like the,
Right.
the TVs look really old already.
Right. I mean, like there might have been more open land. Like
Yeah.
the
I don't know,
city
like-
might not have been
like a
as
ship.
developed.
I don't know, like from the ship, like a ship from
Yeah,
the game
I they
can't like
missed
crashes
a
or something.
huge
You know, it's like something
opportunity
they
to,
could there's-
to build
there's
on
ways to add
port.
it. Yeah.
I've said from the very beginning that port should have been something that was developed more because it's such a cool area, and I love walking past the like edge of the map right there where it's like I can imagine a battleship crashing there, or even if they built out a long bridge or something like that.
Yeah.
Or
There's,
like
like, a
have a
bunch of ways
boat
to do
like they made the railway station. Why don't they have like a boat transportation over to the island and make it an extension of the map? Like I don't know how that would
Because
work.
they
in
could
the
literally
grand
be like,
scheme of
oh, the
things with
fog,
circle,
the
but-
fog, the fog revealed this new island. Get over there.
So
I don't know.
everyone's rushing to get onto
Yeah.
the boat halfway through, and then that's
As
people
simple
are
as that.
dying.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool. Like there's so many different ways they could have went with this, and I mean, they could have done that. We don't know, but that would be a
Yeah.
really cool experience, would it not? Like, imagine the experience of running, like, oh, everyone's gonna go get on the cruise ship as a family, but instead it's like people are shooting at you while you're trying to get onto the ship. Like
Yeah.
Aw.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's what
water
family
some
does.
boats.
that's horrifying, but it's awesome. Like the idea of a changing map.
Yeah. Flood the map. Flood the map. Flood the map.
Yas.
Yep, a changing map, something the Battlefield did half a
Yeah.
decade ago.
Right. So why can't we do it now? I don't know. We'll see.
I
Like we
think
always say,
the
we'll see.
answer is competitive.
Yeah, they want to make it simplistic for
Well,
competitive
no, they want to
purposes.
be able to keep on practicing and keep it consistent.
Right.
I don't
That's
know.
it.
They're like, and I've only seen this like anecdotally just described, but like there kind of is this notion that, or I've heard people say that like Infinity feels that esports ruined Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Um,
I agree.
and
that-
so
yeah.
they've gone out of their way in every way possible to try to like navigate away from esports and navigate away from catering to the esports players.
Yeah.
That'd be really
I don't know.
cool.
I don't know how valid that is, right? That could just be, people wanting to
Stating
trash
that.
on Treyarch or like trash on
Yeah.
Well, no, but
Infinity Ward for one reason or another. But
I can understand.
and I can't
that, though.
verify that claim because I don't have any official statement from
Right.
everybody
You heard
at
it here,
Infinity Ward
folks.
saying
First,
that.
folks.
Don't say that, Garrick.
No, because like I can kind of feed into the validity of that though, because like I can totally see Black Ops as much more of a MLG thing because of the way that like they have perks that are literally labeled like what is it called, drop shot wrap or something like that, where it allows
Wow.
you to aim as you're going prone, and it's an attachment for your gun. And like just the way the game plays in general is much more like uniform. You have to know the map really well. It's more based off of the gun fight rather than the movement. It screams MLG to me comparatively to Modern Warfare, which is much more based around movements and like I'd almost say that Modern Warfare is much more tactical.
It's based
Oh,
around
wow.
zoning.
Yeah,
It's
is
built around like locking down portions of the map and
Mhm.
locking angles down and stuff like that.
which
Whereas,
that's
like
boring to a Call of Duty player.
yeah. Well, and I think it's a
Watching
little bit
it
of
wise,
why
I should say.
Yeah, and I think that there's an element of why there was a bit of backlash to Modern Warfare because I've definitely seen people be like, "Oh, Black Ops is so much better because nobody's camping." Right? I can just run around and spray people with my MP5 and jump around, and it's no big deal. Right?
I think that
So-
the camping is less of an issue in Black Ops because there's counter ability to it. The maps aren't as easily like, oh, I can just stand in this one room and guard this whole entire section. It's like that room's cut off because you don't see the left hand side of you and people can get in from 3 angles. That's the way I feel about it. But there are definitely maps that it's opposite. It all depends on each individual map. But the gameplay is much more binary in Black Ops, and thus translates a lot better to pro play. So I can understand whoever said that or wherever you read that possibility being correct.
It's true.
Okay, are you guys about ready to get out of here?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're done talking about Call of Duty since we're just
I love Call of Duty.
kind of speculating at this point. We'll see. When does that drop? Like a week from now or 2 weeks?
16th
16th.
next
Oh,
week.
wow.
Okay. so
I
we
have
gotta-
it in my calendar.
Oh wow.
Just kidding, I don't. I'm not
I
that dedicated.
I'm
So we'll
excited.
probably talk about the hard details of that when they
Mhm.
come to fruition.
Well,
You guys want to talk?
the
about-
the season 1, sorry, is on the 15th for Black Ops, and then the integration with Warzone is the 16th.
Oh wow.
So that's 2 different days. But we'll probably talk about it the week after, like the week of
Yeah.
Christmas. We'll talk about it a little bit.
Okay. YouTube. Plug the YouTube.
Okay.
So right now on the YouTube, we're doing the podcast still. That will be up every
Oh, wow.
Wednesday. Also available on all major podcasting directories if you feel like listening to it in your car or while you're laying in bed, just chilling and jamming.
Mhm.
And then we are posting one video of random content either on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're going to try to get out some sort of Christmas themed video this month. And
Oh,
then
wow.
also, of course, you got Garrick's W's on Sundays.
Dubs.
So if
Classic.
you want some good old Warzone, we got it for you. Jan.
Dope. Oh,
Okay.
and on the stream,
There
twitch.tv.com/
Hot.
I did it much better last week. Hey, you want to just
Yeah.
click on the
Oh.
last week's start?
Take two.
Cutting
Monday,
into
Wednesday, Fridays, we have Cameron Jones' Twitch stream. We play games and stuff. Check it out.
Yep.
It's fun.
It's 6:30 Pacific time for anyone that's interested.
It's specific.
Specific time. Thank you.
Okay, I
guys.
think that's going to do it for us here on the Phat Peeps podcast. I want to thank everybody for listening,
Thank you, Joey.
and
Thank you.
we'll catch you guys next time.
Thank you guys. Get fart.
Oh god, don't push too hard.
Oh, no.
Go ahead
Oh,
and take
no.
it, Tim, before it gets gross.
Oh
in
God!
here.
Open the window.